Hi students, this is Ms. Johnson with 6-0, Converting to Slope-Intercept Form and Graphing. Well, what is slope-intercept form? You probably remember, but they are equations in the form y equals mx plus b. The y is all by itself on one side of the equal sign. And m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. All right, let's go ahead and get to our first example. We are going to graph 2x plus 3y equals negative 18. However, there we go. I forgot to have my screen in there so you can't see it all. All right. However, we can't graph this just yet because the y isn't by itself, so we don't know what the slope and y-intercept is. So we need to get the y all by itself. So first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of the 2x. We're going to do the opposite, so we're going to subtract 2x from both sides of the equal sign. I probably should draw my line down the middle. All right, once we do that, the negative 2x minus 2x is gone. We are left with negative 3y equals, we can't subtract 18 minus 2x, so we just need to write them down. And I'm going to put the x first just because it's in the same form of y equals mx plus b. So we've got negative 2x, and this is a positive 18. All right, the y is almost by itself, but we got to get rid of the negative 3. And it's negative 3 times y. So we're going to go one more step. We're going to divide by negative 3 on both sides. And just a reminder, we need to divide negative 2x by 3, and we need to divide 18 by negative 3. So as we do that, negative 2x divided by negative 3 is a positive 2/3 x, and it's okay to leave it as a fraction. It actually makes it easier for us to graph. And 18 divided by negative 3 is negative 6. So now we have this nice slope-intercept equation. We are now able to go ahead and graph it. Let me get rid of this line. It's a little in the way. There we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and graph. And as we know from yesterday, we need to start with our y-intercept. Our y-intercept is negative 6. So we're going to put a dot at negative 6. So start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 6 along our y-axis. And then our slope is 2/3. So this means we're going to go up 2 from our y-intercept. 1, 2, and we're going to go over 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, go up 2, over 1, 2, 3. And here we have our line. And we can connect our dots. It's sort of a straight line. You guys do a much better job drawing your line than I just did with mine. But here is how we would graph 2x plus 3y equals negative 18. All right, let's go and get to example number 2. Again, we're going to graph, and now our equation looks like y minus 5 equals negative 3 times the quantity of x minus 2. Again, we want to convert it to slope-intercept form. We need to get this y all by itself. Well, as we take a look at this equation, before we can get rid of this minus 5, we need to get rid of the parentheses on the other side. And we're going to do that by distributing. So we're going to distribute the negative 3 to the x and to the negative 2. So as we do that, negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 2 is a positive 6. Now, to get the y by itself, we just got to get rid of the minus 5. And so we're going to add 5 to both sides. So the minus 5 plus 5 cancel out. Y equals negative 3x. 6 plus 5 is 11. Now we have our great equation in slope-intercept form. Y equals negative 3x plus 11. Well, let's go ahead and graph. All right, this time our y-intercept is 11. I don't know if my graph is big enough, so bear with me. Let's go ahead and count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, bad graph to show you, sorry. But we go ahead and go up to 11. Then our slope is negative 3. We can always put this over a fraction, and whole numbers are always over 1. So we're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1. Down 1, 2, 3, over 1. 2, 3, over 1. 1, 2, 3, over 1. We've got our line. Go ahead and connect them as straight as you can. Feel free to use a ruler. And now we have just graphed y minus 5 equals negative 3 times the quantity of x minus 2. But again, we just need to convert it to slope-intercept form first. Get the y all by itself. All right, that's our last example, so let's go ahead and summarize. The focus of today's lesson was, I learned or remembered what, an example is, and I have a question about. Thanks for tuning in. This is Miss Johnson with graphing, equations, and slope-intercept form and converting.